Becky here. Welcome back to my channel. This is my fall reset video. As you can see, I'm just doing a little voiceover video over top of my B-roll of shopping for fall, autumn, Halloween-ish home decor. So I decided that I wanted to do this with all the B-roll and then the talking over top of it, just to help cut down on time. So I am sitting here with my pile of books. I have taken everything off of my bookshelf in my bedroom. It has 5 shelves on it, so it's quite big, and I'm constantly moving things around and reorganizing things on bookshelves, but I haven't ever just taken everything off, given it a good wipe down, and organize the books. So that's what I'm going to do while I sit and talk to you with special guest Luigi. I know you want all the attention, baby. So as much as I want to give tips and tricks about decluttering and what to get rid of, what to keep, how to make those decisions, I did talk a lot about that in my spring reset video, so please check that out, even though it is the wrong time of year for those of us here in the northern hemisphere anyway. It's still relevant, just the aesthetics are a little different, that's all. And I will give some tips and tricks as I go along, of course, as much as I can, but for this video, I want to talk more about just what exactly is a reset video and why should I reset my home kind of thing. Now, I am not an expert. I am not somebody who should even be talking about this because I just discovered these like last year myself. A booktuber I follow did a fall reset and I was like, what is that? That sounds cool. That sounds like something I need in my life. And I really enjoyed it. Some people do it monthly. Some people do it quarterly. I do it in the spring and in the fall. And this year, I got hit by the organizing and spring cleaning bug around March, April. I had been sick from like November to, well, very end of November into March. So when I started feeling better, I just really wanted to get some stuff done. So how is this different from regular, like a clean with me video or declutter or organize? Well, for me, it includes taking all of my books off of my bookshelves and everything else that gets cluttered onto the bookshelf and deciding to go through them all, clean off all the shelves, see what we want, what can we get rid of, what's garbage, what's to donate, all of that good stuff. So for me, a reset happens versus just cleaning things up. So if I am going to clean my kitchen, I'm gonna take all the dishes, put them in the dishwasher, anything that's hand wash only or things that are not fitting in the dishwasher, hand wash those, and then wipe down the counters, wipe down, the stovetop, maybe the face of things like the front of the stove, the front of the dishwasher, things like that. I might even do a cycle of running a wash thing through the dishwasher or hitting the self-clean on the oven, things like that. Just like a surface clean. When you're doing something more like a spring clean or a fall or spring reset or a quarterly reset or whatever, you're going to go a little bit deeper than just the surfaces. You're not just sweeping and mopping and vacuuming your floors. You are, scrubbing the walls. You're not just spraying the windows and doing a quick wipe down of your windows and your mirrors. You are cleaning inside the windowsills kind of idea. Maybe you're even taking your curtains off and washing them. You're going that one step further. For me personally, doing the reset is doing things that I am unable to do in my general everyday week, monthly cleaning. So I don't have a set schedule for how I clean my home, but there are certain things like our garbages go out on Wednesdays. So the main black garbage that is just your household garbage goes out every single Wednesday morning. And then we have a light blue bin and a dark blue. And the dark blue is all the plastic recycling stuff. And the light blue is cardboard paper type recycling. So those alternate weeks. So one Wednesday morning will be the garbage and cardboard recycling. And then the next week it is garbage and plastic recycling. So on Tuesdays, that's our big garbage day. So go around, take all the small garbages in the house, dump those into the big garbage. The diaper genie, empty that out. We try to, of course, scoop the cat litters every single day, but on Tuesdays we might dump the whole thing and like reset the litter box kind of idea. So that is like a weekly cleaning. Depending on your lifestyle, your schedule, how dirty you are, you might do a weekly cleaning of all the bed sheets and blankets and pillowcases and stuff. So you might do that every week, or you might do it every other week, or once a month. Like, the daily cleaning is sweeping, wiping down the counters, dishes, laundry, usually every day, if not every other day. I'm trying to get our household into a schedule of the kids bring me their clothes on the last school day of the week. So this week it happened to be a Thursday, but a Thursday or Friday. Make sure all their clothes, their dirty clothes, are in the laundry room. I will wash them, and then by the end of the weekend they have to have those clothes folded and put away. So that's a weekly-ish laundry chore, but I don't wash our bedding every week unless it needs it, of course. But this is stuff that always gets pushed to the side because the daily chores take up so much time and energy, and they're constant. They're never ending. My kids are always using dishes. And if it was just me and my husband, I could use the same plate all day long, the same bowl, the same cup all day long. And I'm cooking, I'm probably using maybe a pan, maybe a pot, maybe a baking dish, right? I don't have like 6 pans and pots and dishes on the go for cooking, usually. Even with a big family, I don't usually have that many baking things on the go. But when it was just me and my husband, it was a little bit different. Where with the kids, at a minimum, there's 5 of us home most of the time. My husband might eat something in the morning though, so he still has a dish. Like the other day, he had oatmeal for breakfast and the dish was left in the sink and he ran out the door. He had to go catch the bus. And I was like, oh, he didn't even rinse it. And oatmeal is one of those things, once it dries on there, you gotta soak it and wipe it out. But my husband's not a messy person. He's better at cleaning than I am and more dedicated to it. He's better at being like, this living room needs to get clean, and he'll put on headphones and buckle down and clean the whole living room start to finish till it's finished, where I'm distracted. I'm all over the place. I'm in the living room and then stuff needs to go downstairs, and then I'm cleaning stuff downstairs, and then I come back up and then I move something from the living room into the bedroom, and I'm like, oh, I need to clean this thing in the bedroom, and I'm just scattered that way. So my husband's really good about cleaning, but my husband just didn't have time to clean his dish that morning, which was perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, every day, we have like 6 bowls for breakfast, 5 to 6 plates for lunch. So my toddler got hurt, and my other child came in, and just chaos reigning, and I'm trying to concentrate really, really hard. Trying to concentrate and share my thoughts and my feelings and have just a place to get it all out. And that's really hard when I can't remember what I was talking about. Thank God for editing and everything, but still frustrating. Doing a reset video, for me personally, is about getting to the stuff I don't get to every day. That also means things getting neglected. Like, you know what? Maybe I don't do the dishes for 2 days or 3 days. Maybe my kids have to do just a little bit more. I don't mind loading the dishwasher. I get my daughter to empty the dishwasher. But I've just been going through a few things lately. Been very, very exhausted, trying to figure out some health issues. And it's been hard, and I've been neglecting my daily chores, which makes it hard to then take the time out to do a chore that is going to take me more than the 20 minutes it would take me to unload a dishwasher and fill it back up and maybe hand wash a few dishes. Laundry is fairly easy. I might spend 5 minutes down there separating things and moving things around, hang dry, whatever. But that stuff gets neglected when I'm doing this reset time in my life. It's just a season. It's okay. For the other stuff kind of falls to the wayside. And that's the problem. That's what I was saying about the dishes. There's 4 to 6 people using up a single plate each, and a fork, and a knife, and a spoon, and whatever, a cup, multiple times a day. Could we all just have our own dedicated dish, our own spoon, our own cup, our own whatever, and everyone's responsible for cleaning it? Or, for instance, one person is like, I'll wash the pot that the spaghetti was cooked in, you wash your brother's bowl, things like that, right? Yes, we could do that, of course. But right now, that's just not what's happening, and I have to work with what I have and what is happening, and if the systems aren't working, figure out what will work. But what is a reset video? Why do we do it? What am I here for? What is the point? For me, the reset videos are about sort of neglecting the daily chores that we need to do, to spend a little bit more time focusing on the big stuff that is not a priority. But it would feel so much better just to have it done. To go through all the books and decide, what do I want to keep? What do I want to get rid of? What can I donate? What can I give to other people? Whatever. It's the time to sit down and look at your wardrobe, and changing the seasons is a perfect time to do that. So I can look at all the spring stuff and summer and warmer weather clothes that I have had for a while, things I've gotten over the summer, new clothes and stuff I've bought. Take a good look at it and decide, what do I want? What do I want to keep? What fits? What looks good on my body? What am I loving? What am I not loving? And pack up the good stuff that I want to keep for next season and donate the stuff I don't want anymore. Go through the wardrobe. And then as I'm pulling out the clothes for the colder months, for the fall and the winter and stuff, going through, what do I need? And it's always good to go through the clothes. Don't wait until it's minus 20 outside to pull out your winter jackets and your snow pants and stuff to learn that they're dirty. You need to wash it, but it's minus 20 outside and you're cold and you don't have another jacket, to find out that they have big holes in them or stains or they don't fit, especially for kids who outgrow things so fast, or maybe you've gained or lost some weight and it's just not fitting well anymore. So pull it out at the beginning. Like this September has been a little bit not super cold yet, but we have days where it's like plus 14 and then we have days where it's like plus 28 out. So we're not quite at needing a parka and snow pants weather yet. It hasn't even snowed yet, which is pretty impressive. So we are not there yet. But now's the time to pull it out and look and see what we need, what is still working, and this helps to know what kind of winter clothes you need and what you do already have in several different ways, because it allows you to see what you have that fits and you want, which is good. But it also helps with the budget if you do need to buy more things. Like for instance, we have 4 kids. So if I need to buy 4 new winter jackets, that could be expensive. Or 4 new full-on snow suits, or if you buy the jacket separate from the snow pants. So say between now, which the very first day of fall, according to the calendar, is September 22nd. So between now and Halloween, for us personally, my husband gets paid every week, and that helps for our budget, knowing that a paycheck is coming every Thursday. But I know some people get paid bi-monthly or even once a month. So you can budget out a little bit more. So say between September 1st and October 31st, when chances are it's going to be a lot colder and we are going to need maybe not full-on parkas or snow pants yet, but some toques and warmer jackets even, or like a warmer sweater or whatever, however you dress for the weather where you are and exactly what the weather is doing where you are. You can, on one paycheck, buy the winter jackets. On the next paycheck, you can buy the snow pants. On another paycheck, you can buy, if you need long underwear, thermal clothing underneath what you wear, or the socks and the underwear, gloves and hats, toques, whatever. You can buy those things on different paychecks to help you with your budget. So one of the things I'm going through right now are all the Bible study type books that I have filled out. I can't donate these. They have my own personal notes and stuff in them. And I don't want them taking up space on my shelf upstairs anymore. If you want to recycle a book, as far as I know, you just have to get rid of the spine because the glue cannot be recycled, but all the pages, of course, can be thrown into paper recycling. For now, what I'm doing is I'm going to keep, if a book comes with a Bible study like companion or a study book companion with it, I'm going to put the study part of it downstairs in a little special cubby thing that I have, and then keep the book up here in case it's something I want to go through again. Another problem is journals and notebooks. I buy these beautiful notebooks, and people have this thing of like, I don't want to write in it because it's so beautiful, especially journals more than notebooks. But then you just carry around these notebooks, just have them taking up space in your life, and it's like, what do I do with it? Because I bought it, but I'm too scared to use it because what should be written in it should be the most beautiful prose ever. Declutter that mindset right now. Journals, notebooks, things like that are meant to be written in. If you have a really special, beautiful, expensive journal, you might want to save it for something a little more special than just your grocery list, but use it. That's what it's there for. My problem is I'll start to use them and have some writing in it. This one looks like I was at a conference, so I was taking notes at this conference. And then this was just me reading through the Bible and taking notes. My plan was to read through the Bible between January 1st and November 30th, 2017. So I wanted to read the whole Bible before I turned 30, which I'd done once. So I started January 31st, 2017, and just took notes as I was reading. I did complete reading the Bible before my birthday, I remember that, but I only took notes up to here, so obviously I gave up on note-taking. I'm the worst at that. And then I was doing a course and reading a book called Soul Care, so I have notes about that here. And we were doing a course with the church. And then that's it. I used up this much of it. And now I have all of this blank. This one doesn't have the 3-hole punch. So I would either rip these pages out that I already used and put them into a binder with other Bible study type stuff, or find all of my half-used ones and put all the Bible study stuff together if I want to keep it, or take out the non-used paper side and do the same thing, just have a binder with paper in it. So these are the kind of decisions you have to make as you're going through organizing different things in your house. In this case, going through all the books on my bookshelf, including Bible studies and binders that I have and all that good stuff. So comment down below what you do with notebooks that you've only used up half of them. Do you rip out what you've done and recycle it and keep the empty pages? Or do you rip out the empty pages and put them somewhere else to do like your grocery note lists or something, like scrap paper kind of stuff? Do you recycle what you've written in it? In this case, it's Bible study type stuff, so it might be more worth keeping than if it was just general grocery list or whatever. If it's, say, you're writing down what you're grateful for or something, it might be something you want to keep. So comment down below what you do in these cases. I'm gonna put away what I wrote, keep it in this packaging here, and put it with the Bible study stuff for now. And I'm gonna rip out the empty pages, hole punch them, and put them in a different binder. If you write, which most people do not, but if you write handwritten notes to people, letters and stuff, this is great paper to do that on. That's another thing that can be really difficult to declutter is notes, letters, cards, things like that. There are lots of people out there that have lots of ideas about what you can do to declutter that stuff. What do you keep? What do you get rid of? I could do a whole other video on that, like maybe after Christmas, like a New Year's reset instead of doing a winter reset. What do you do with cards? Birthday cards, Christmas cards, things like that. That would be a really good one. The hard part about not so much decluttering, but organizing the bottom couple shelves here is that it's my husband's stuff. And some of it is work related, like something about blueprints. I don't know. And they get this thing that they have to buy every couple of years, and it's really, really expensive. Some kind of, what's it called, code thing for electricians. So, like, I can't throw that out. But there's, like, this little electrical handbook thing. There's this one, Strut Systems. I don't think I need these on our main bookshelf. I have a shelf downstairs. I think we can put that stuff on for now. This is not something I see him, like, if he's grabbing this every single day, that's a little bit different. It's not something he's grabbing every single day. But this other stuff is like magazines, comic books, this Star Wars thing, expo exhibit thing we went to at like a Science World thing that we went to when we were in Quebec, in Montreal. So does he ever go through this? No. Is it something, if it was mine, would I get rid of it? Probably. But it's not mine. Or there's this POD, I guess it's guitar music. Does he pick up a guitar and play ever? No, rarely. Another guitar thing. But am I going to get rid of this stuff on him? No, of course not. Even though he's not currently playing the guitar, he does know how to play it. And maybe if I put it out like this on the bookshelf, he'll see it every day and it'll make him want to play it. But he's busy, you know? It's a hard thing to pick up and do. 20 years of Nintendo Power. Like, some of this stuff, I'm not saying like it's worth money. Some of it could be. This one's ripped, sadly. This one looks like, if anything would be worth money, it would be like this old school one. But stuff like this is nostalgic. It's things he wants to keep. And that's fine. When you are going through other people's stuff, don't just toss it because you would toss it. Because you don't see them using it every day. You don't know what's important to them. And you can't make those decisions for them. For me, I have the bottom shelf for my husband. And then I had another shelf that had my Bible study stuff on it. So I'm clearing that off because my husband is actually becoming more of a reader now, and he actually has books. Like a whole stack of books over here that are actual novels. Like this one, Spider-Man is his favorite superhero person, and I bought him this for his birthday, I believe. So this is more than just a simple comic book that he would have flipped through and read in like an hour. He has actual novels to read here. He has some of these non-fiction Christian stuff as well. He also has this Star Wars book, which I don't know if this one's important to him or not. I think my son got this for Christmas at like a Secret Santa type thing. This, I think, is the book that he has to buy every so often, and it's like stupidly expensive. I don't know if it's quite $200, it doesn't say, but it is something he has to buy like every time they come out with a new edition. This is something that's hard, that you spend $200 on a textbook. This says textbook, but I don't think he needed this for school. I could be mistaken, and maybe it's something else completely, but it's something that you need to buy the new edition of it when it comes out because it's up to date on the codes. And that's a safety thing. That's something that is important, and you need the latest information. So he can't go and buy, say, the 4th edition and then sell this to somebody else for cheaper because it's out of date and it's not useful to that other person. So what do you do with this, right? And it's hard to just recycle it or sell it or whatever when you've put so much money into it. But again, these are decisions you have to make. Personally, probably would be good to recycle it. You know what they should do is whoever comes out with the next iteration of the code book that they need, you should be allowed to send in your old code book. Whether or not they would give you a discount or whatever, like a discount would be awesome, but they should be the ones that are recycling it because they just should be. But now that my husband has gotten more into reading, I can take my old bookshelf that had all my Bible study stuff in it and put in his books, and then on the other shelf his magazines and stuff like that. Again, don't just go through and get rid of people's stuff because you're like, they don't need it, they don't use it, whatever. It's not yours to deal with. So how do you declutter and, what's the word I'm thinking of? How do you declutter and make your space more, for me, it is about making it less stressful, more calming, more welcoming, without getting rid of other people's stuff when you have other people in your house. There's obviously some things I know I can get rid of that are like actual garbage that I can just get rid of. Like my husband's socks. Every time I find a sock with a hole in it, I throw it in the garbage. I don't put it to the side and ask him, do you want me to keep this sock? I might do it if it's a favorite pair of jeans that have some holes in them. I might be like, do you want to repair this or donate it, or is it garbage? But socks and underwear, I throw in the garbage. But the best thing you can do is put that stuff to the side. I have a box here that I'm filling up with all his electrical stuff and those like textbook type things. He's playing with one of the ribbon bookmarks. And he can go through this later and decide what is stuff we can get rid of and what is important, what we need to keep, and I will show him where I want to put it in case he needs to access it. All the magazines and everything like that, I put down there. I can tell him to go through them. In the past, when I've been like, go through all these books and decide what you want to keep, sometimes he gets that pressure feeling like I'm telling him to get rid of stuff. So I've had to tell him, it's okay if you want to keep every single one of these books or every single one of these t-shirts or whatever it is that we are decluttering that day, that moment. It's okay if you want to keep all of them. I'm just asking you to go through them and see what you want to keep, what you can get rid of. Remember that we are all on our own journey, and I am sitting here watching video after video and listening to all these books and everything about decluttering, about minimalism, watching these reset videos and everything, and I'm like way over here on my journey of decluttering where my husband is just hearing and seeing what I'm doing. So he's more like over here in the decluttering and he's not ready to give up the stuff yet, and that's okay. But be clear with your intentions with the person you are talking to, whether it's your kids, your partner, maybe it's a roommate. If it's a roommate that you're like good friends with, you can have this conversation with. If it's like basically a stranger and you just share the space together, then just put their stuff to the side and be like, I'm decluttering, here's your stuff, do whatever you want with it, I just moved it out of the way. But have that conversation with them about like, all this stuff makes me feel fill in the blank, and I want to declutter because fill in the blank. And I was listening to the book Declutter Like a Mother, and I was not even through the introduction, and I was like, I need to buy this book and highlight and take notes, and this is amazing. It's everything I needed in my life. She talks about being very intentional with your space and walking into your bedroom and saying, what is the purpose of this space? Is it just for restoration and relaxing and sleep? Then what do I want in here that is going to foster that energy, that's going to promote feelings of relaxation. Maybe you don't want a TV in your bedroom because you just want it for winding down and getting away from screen time. You don't want any like video game systems or anything in there because you don't want to be sitting in bed or having your husband sit in bed beside you playing video games for 3 hours every night. That is left for the gaming room or the TV room or whatever other space. Maybe you're thinking about repainting the walls or something like that. So you pick a color that brings calm and peace and relaxation to you. So look at your space and be very intentional with what you want it to look like, how you want it to feel. So for me, it's not even the whole bedroom, it's this specific bookshelf. What is the purpose of this bookshelf? Is it the catch-all place where I want all of my junk to go? No. Is that the place it is right now? Yes. So how do I change that? And what books and items do I want on this bookshelf that is going to foster that? So I am doing my fall reset video. And this, I was just listening to an audiobook called Declutter Like a Mother. And she talks about clutter crutches. Those places in our life where we just put everything and ignore it. And if you know, you know, but the closet in Monica's apartment, the closet, that's her messy space. And if you watch or follow the Minimalist Mom, Dawn, she talks about how surfaces collect clutter. Well, bookshelves are surfaces that are collecting a lot more than just books. Now, an easy solution for this would be for me to take my books and pull them forward. So there's no like shelf space to put any clutter onto. The problem with that is that the bedroom is one of those spaces for us where everything just goes, that we don't have the time or the energy to deal with in this very specific moment. And then so you just walk into the bedroom and you put it down and you walk away because, you know, your son is playing with a lighter, for instance, and you're like, I need to get this out. It's dangerous. I need to get this out of the way. And you come in and you put it somewhere. And then by the time you finally get to your bedroom at nighttime, so the junk comes in, then you put it down, and then you come in at nighttime and you're exhausted. I put all my clothes on the bed to go through it, grab what we need, and I'm like, I'm gonna fold these later. Later never comes, and then I spend every day putting them all back in baskets, going to sleep exhausted, getting up in the morning and being like, I can't find my clothes, dumping them all out, and grabbing what I need in the morning, and the cycle continues all the time. You're saying, Becky, just fold the laundry as soon as it comes out. That's easier said than done when you have a 2-year-old at home who's constantly doing things. Like, for instance, I will take all of our laundry baskets in the house and dump a huge pile out on a clean floor or a bigger surface like the kitchen table or a bed. And then I'll sit there and go, this is mine, and throw it in my basket. This is my husband's, throw it in his basket. This is each of the kids' clothes, and throw it in their baskets. So then everyone is responsible for putting away their own clothes. Great, right? Except then the toddler comes over and is like, hey, look at this cool basket of clothes. Let's throw everything out. Look at this pile of unmatched socks that you have here. Let's mix it in with the clothes that you already have organized. Look at this bucket of dirty laundry and this bucket of clean laundry. Let's mash them together. And it just makes more work. So I'm like, I would prefer to do this when you're not around, and he's always around. So the bedroom is just one of those areas that just collects everything. And the bookshelf is one of those places. So it drives me crazy because everything I want or need or could possibly use is here on this bookshelf. So the way my brain works and the way I want to organize things is just clear absolutely everything off this shelf. I'm going to leave the top for now because most of the stuff is from my father-in-law's passing, except for like a couple little things here I can clean. But I'm honestly kind of scared to move the urn because I don't want it to break. I think it's mostly like, it's not glass, I don't think, but I'm not scared of the urn like there's ashes in there, but I'm scared of breaking it or dropping it or something and having to deal with ashes all over my house. That would be horrible. But maybe I can get my husband to help and we can do a little bit of dusting at least. But the top I'm okay with right now. That is what it is. But I just want to take everything off of this shelf. I have so many videos of me starting this process, not taking it off, but taking everything that isn't books off and then never going anywhere with them. But I want to take everything off dust it all down, go through it, and do like a big deep dive into this bookshelf and find out, what do I want to keep? What do I want to get rid of? What belongs on this bookshelf? What doesn't belong on this bookshelf? And do that organization. Here's the problem with organization and getting clean and decluttering all of this stuff, is that in order to clear off this bookshelf, I need a space to put all these books. That is in the middle of my floor, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is more than a one-day job. Could I do this in a day? Yes. But I would need to have no kids or dogs or anything distracting me and just sit and focus. I also get overwhelmed very easily and distracted, and may or may not have some ADHD. That's up in the air. That's up for discussion. We don't know. But it's hard for me to just like spend 8 hours cleaning one specific area, or just cleaning in general. 8 hours straight is too much for me. So without having the kids gone, I also just need time to come and go. I don't want my daughter to have to watch my son for 8 hours just while mommy organizes the bookshelf, right? So I need another space for the books to go that's off my floor or my bed or my nightstand or something. This is where it gets difficult, because where you are right now, I have a stand here, like a bench, and it is supposed to be the laundry bench. So it has a space for 3 short buckets to fit underneath. And then it was supposed to be a bucket of towels, dirty towels, bedding, stuff like that. My husband's bucket and my bucket. That system isn't quite in place just yet. He built this a while ago, and the system could be in place if we just worked hard to keep it up. But it's a little bit all over the place. That's just my life right now. But on top of it is a catch-all place again. So the first thing I have to do for decluttering is cleaning everything off of this space first. After that, then I can move the books and stuff off of the bookshelf onto here, and then clean all of this up and figure that stuff out. So that's where it gets a little bit difficult, because I have to organize this space, I have to organize a different space. And then this is where the potentially ADHD distraction cleaning comes in, is where, say I'm like, okay, here's a bag and I need to put away the bag, and then I go to where the bags go, and then I'm like, oh, this area in the closet needs to be cleaned, or in the back of the van or whatever, and then I get distracted by doing that, and then this and that and everything. So let's work together, let's focus. I'm going to take laundry downstairs and I'm going to put in a load of laundry, so I feel like I'm being productive and getting laundry done, and it's not something I have to sit and focus on and wash my laundry by hand, right? I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff clean with just 5 minutes of work on my part. So let's go do that, and then we'll jump into making supper and then cleaning and organizing my bedroom as part of my fall reset. So here is the fun part about the fall reset and going into a new season and back to school and everything, and doing organization, decluttering, all that fun stuff. Going through the closets and seeing, what do we like, what do we not like, what fits, what's in season, what's not in season. So these should all be clean, right, Maya? So Maya is almost 11 years old, and you are old enough to help with some decluttering, right? So I want you to tell all the parents out there who are too scared. Either they think that they shouldn't involve their kids in decluttering their stuff because it's going to be too hard, the kids are going to fight too much, like fight you, not each other, fight the parents, they're not going to want to get rid of anything, they want to keep everything in their lives. So they don't want to involve their kids. Do you think it's a good idea to involve your kids with decluttering when they're old enough to make decisions themselves and say, yes, I like this or don't like this? Like, let's say over the age of 5. Do you think kids should be involved in the decluttering or not? Why do you think you are mature enough to help me declutter? Do you know, like, what kind of clothes you like to wear? Right? You're picking out your own clothes. I'm not dressing you anymore. So you know if you like it. You know, like, maybe this fits you, but you don't like the way it feels on your body or something, right? You can tell me that. Do you think if I involve you in helping me declutter things, you're going to keep absolutely everything and my house is just going to be dirtier than ever? You don't think you're good at decluttering things? And getting rid of things you don't want?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Okay. So involving you is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I think like, oh, this is stupid, I don't want to keep it, but this is like your favorite dress in the world. It wouldn't be right for me to get rid of it, right? Even if I don't like it, you like it, you're the one who has to wear it, right? So what I want to talk about here is these are size 14, 16. So they definitely fit you right now. So these are all obviously like the summer kind of t-shirt dress type things. And they're short sleeve. And you can wear them over like leggings or shorts or whatever, right? You can kind of dress it up. Not dress it up, but you can make it a little bit warm with like a cute cardigan, or you can make it cool just by wearing the dress. So I'm going to ask Maya if she wants these, and if she wants them, then we're going to put them in this basket of winter clothes. That's now going to switch over to summer clothes in here, and all our winter stuff is going to be coming out. Now the thing is, if Maya says now, yes, I want to keep all these dresses, that's fine. We fold them up, we put them away. And then in the springtime, when we come and do this all over again and switch the seasonal clothes and everything again, Maya might pull this out and be like, you know what? My tastes have changed, or my style has changed, or maybe she's grown a little bit bigger than expected and it doesn't fit anymore, or whatever. That's okay. Then we declutter it then. And that's why it's good to do this as the seasons are changing. So, all that being said, Maya, do you want this dress? So, I'm just going to fold it up. Some stuff can go through different seasons, like a t-shirt. It's always good. Even if it's like minus 50 outside, it can get hot in places because everyone is so cold. So we crank up the heat, and then you're sweltering because you're all dressed up and bundled up. So it's nice to have layers like t-shirts. Do you like, let's see, this dress? So this is a 10-12, so this may or may not fit you come the summertime. So it fits right now. It does have a little tiny hole in it, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to check and see if there's any major stains. This one is tie-dye, so there is a little bit of a stain there, but it's fine. It's not too bad. We're not wearing this for like fancy dinners or special family photos or anything. It does have that little bit of a hole, but do you want to keep this one? We're not even yet just going through this other stuff. These pants I know you like, but they do have a hole in them, but they're pajama pants. So, you know, we all have those pajama pants, or those pajamas we like that do have the stains and the holes and the rips and everything, and it's okay because they're pajamas and they're cozy. So,
I like it right here.
Yeah, but do you want these? No? You're good to give these up now? We actually had matching ones. My other daughter had these, and I also had them. The hole is not too bad. It's just at the ankle, very easy to patch up. So I think it is okay for donation. If it was like a big hole in the butt or like big rips in the knees or something, I'd just throw it out. I wouldn't even bother donating it. What about this dress?
Yeah, I still like it.
And it's a size 14, so it should fit next year. There's a few little stains, but those should be easy to come out. And you can decide, I would fold and put this stuff away clean. So this is clean even though it has a little stain in it. Do I want to go and do the stain treatment now and wash it and dry it and then put it away, or put it away now and remember to do that in the springtime when we pull out the clothes? That's a decision you have to make if you're choosing to keep it. Holes in your socks? Garbage. Just straight up in the garbage, wherever that is. Here's another dress. This one is more Canada Day.
Still want to wear it.
This is a size 7-8 though. You're not going to fit this next year. You're almost 11. So this is donation. It's hard to make these decisions sometimes. But this is probably something they'll have something very similar come Canada Day next year. So these, look how cute these are. So these are more Christmassy. Do you want to save these for Christmas or bring them out for the fall?
Christmas.
Okay, so like Christmas stuff, I would pull out more November instead of October. So I would put this with like the decoration stuff. So it's going to come out specifically for Christmas, not just winter. So this is the same idea as those other dresses, but this one is long sleeve.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Keep it. So where is your bucket? Right there. So we're going to throw all your stuff in here and you're going to bring it down to fold and put away. And a good thing to do, my cat just jumped into your laundry basket. A good thing to do is have some kind of box in their room or a special like laundry basket or something. So if Maya says, I want to keep this, takes it downstairs, puts it on and finds out it doesn't fit, it's not sitting the way she likes it, maybe it's got that scratchy tag and she goes, oh yeah, that was annoying, I didn't like that. She can take the sweater off, fold it up, and put it directly into the donation bin. Because my other daughter would do that. She would put it on and be like, oh, this doesn't fit, and then throw it back in her laundry basket. And then I would wash the same shirt 13 times and be like, I haven't seen you wear this once. And she's like, oh, it doesn't fit. Like, then put it somewhere else. So have a designated spot. Maya and Sophie live downstairs in the basement, and your bedroom is on...
down there. I don't live down there.
I know. Her bedroom's at the end of the hallway, and Sophie's is at the beginning of the hallway, so we could even put a basket, like, in the middle of the two bedrooms, and they could both use the same basket for donation. Something different enough that they know that it's not for their dirty clothes. So if you put this on down there and you're like, I don't like it, it goes in donation. And we're not just washing it over and over again. These are the pajamas you like. It's also good to have some kind of list available. So if I end up donating 6 out of her 7 pairs of pants or throwing out 8 pairs of her 10 pairs of socks, I can write down that she needs more underwear, she needs more socks or whatever. Keep, Maya?
Yes.
I also suggest going through their winter stuff, like their jackets and snow pants if you need to make sure they fit before the weather changes enough that you need it. Make sure to check sizes and everything before it hits -40, especially if you live in a small town or something. You know that things will be in stock, hopefully in their sizes. Okay, do you want to try wearing these? These are to keep you when it's like really cold. You're supposed to wear that underneath. It's called long underwear. Okay, thank you, Maya, for your help. That's good. We got our donation pile there.
Okay, bye.
This pile right here.